Lyndhurst. So this week, week 8, Miss Bennett is doing our golden ticket assembly. So make sure you look out for her on the website. She will have all the golden tickets with all the wonderful things you've been getting up to.
Hello everybody. You're probably wondering, where's Miss Nowakowaska? Well, she's doing an assembly today and I'll be doing the golden tickets. So there's quite a few in here. So let's get started, shall we? First of all, Sophia in Ganji's class. Miss Robinson says you're consistently embracing the home learning and the work you're doing is to a high standard. So well done, Sophia. Etta in Danube class, Miss Jarman says you've been using Lego to make and play a game of noughts and crosses with your sister. And you've also been doing some brilliant unicorn drawings and writing. Superb. Ned in Zambezi class, Miss Pierce says you've been making excellent progress in using the Nessie program and also your touch typing has really come on. Well done, Ned. Marlowe in Thames class, Mr. Turner has been super impressed with you because you've been creating a fantastic Jack and the Beanstalk animation. So, brilliant job. Flossie in Zambezi, you've been putting in a superb amount of effort into your home learning and the work that you've been sending in is really consistently of a high standard. Miss Savidi says your longer writing pieces are always impressive and very interesting to read. Kaya in Amazon, Miss Saw says you've been demonstrating excellent reasoning about fractions and you're confidently finding fractions of sets of objects. Great job. There's more. Joe in Mississippi class. Mr. Farrow has given you this golden ticket because he says you've done a great diary entry from the perspective of Charles Maxim. Now, if you don't know, Charles Maxim is a character from a book called Rooftoppers by Catherine Rundell. So, if you haven't read it, read it. Nathan in Yancey class. Mr. Peddle says you have created an amazing fusion of arts. What you've done, you've combined a Jackson Pollock inspired drip painting with a wonderfully designed moth from the literacy topic. Nathan, I need to see this. It sounds absolutely amazing. Superb job. Hanny in Hudson. Miss Kaminska and Miss Stein says you've been producing some fantastic descriptive writing for literacy and you've also done a beautiful drawing of a butterfly too. Well done. Orson in Rio Grande. This is for working incredibly hard in all your learning, especially in literacy. And Mr. Sheffield says you've been amazingly creative with your use of language. So, super well done for that. Ella in Vulgar class. Miss Moon says you've produced excellent work every single week since working on your home learning. So, that's nice and consistent, isn't it? Keep it up. Well done. Marlene in Waikato class. Miss Sloan is giving you this golden ticket for your fantastic writing about Rapunzel. She's so impressed with how descriptive your writing is becoming. Now, box is empty, means we've finished them all, but I really look forward to seeing heaps of golden tickets next week. If you didn't get one this week, don't worry. I'm sure yours is coming. Be really nice talking to you, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm doing a slightly different assembly video this week because next week, starting Monday the 18th of May, is Mental Health Awareness Week. Now, if we were in school, we would be celebrating in all sorts of ways, and we would be thinking about mental health. So, first of all, I wanted to kind of talk to you about, well, what is mental health? What do we think mental health is about? Maybe talk to your families, talk to your mums or dads or brothers and sisters. What do they think mental health is about? Because I think the easiest way to think about it, the way I think about it, is that it is actually what we think or we feel about ourselves and about the world, what's happening in the world. It's how we cope with our life, with everything going on in life, how we cope with things that might trouble us a little bit when we're feeling maybe a little bit anxious. So it's kind of being aware of how we feel and how we deal and how we cope with those feelings. Now, mental health awareness is for everybody, no matter what age. Now, in our school, we have our youngest children are 3 and our eldest are 11. I'm not going to talk about the ages of the staff, who's the youngest and who's the oldest, but everybody will be thinking about their own life, whether you're 3 or 7 or 9 or even older. You'll be thinking about different things that affect your life and how you deal with them. And this is what next week is all about, just thinking about all those things. However, there is a theme for mental health awareness next week, and it's kindness. Now, the reason it is kindness this year is the organisation that have planned this week thought that in this time of lockdown, there is a lot of uncertainty. We're all feeling a bit worried about it at times. We're possibly feeling fear, anxiety, all these different emotions are going on in ourselves. And the organisers felt that amongst all of that, there is also a huge feeling of community spirit, of support amongst each other, and of hope. And so they felt that kindness, if you're kind to someone and if you feel that you're helping someone, not only are you obviously being kind and helping someone, but you yourself will feel amazing by being kind. So the theme this year is being kind. Now, if you are able to, please go onto the website. All I did was type into Google or any of those search engines, I typed in Mental Health Awareness Week 2020. And lots of stuff comes up. But the main one, the Mental Health Awareness Week, has lots of resources, lots of things you could be doing. And one thing, I printed off this sheet. If you find this sheet, this has got some amazing ideas that you could easily do. Now I'm going to read out a couple. So, for instance, it says, call a friend that you haven't spoken to for a while. Now I know you'll be doing this anyway. And by the way, this is for adults and children, for all of us. Call someone up, have a chat, just cheer them up somehow. They might not need cheering up, but just by making a phone call, they will love that. So that's a really easy one. This is fun, but you'd have to do this with your family. Arrange to have a cup of tea and a virtual catch up with someone you know. Now, I know you're doing this with your families anyway. You're FaceTiming, you're Skyping, you're Zooming, you're doing all sorts of things. Have a cup of tea whilst you're doing it. Have a piece of cake, and then you'll feel like you're having a nice little tea party with them. And just have a chat, see how they're doing. Now, this is a lovely one. Tell a family member how much you love and appreciate them. That's so important. And I know you'll probably be doing that a lot, but just do it out of the blue. Don't wait until it's kind of, I don't know, maybe bedtime just when you're snuggling up and that's the time when you say, love you, good night, don't wait. Just go up to them now. Go up to them after this video. Just go up to somebody, squeeze, hug them, because you can with their family household, and just say, I really love you. And even if you feel a bit strange doing it, it will just make that person feel amazing, and you will feel good too. Send someone you know a joke to cheer them up. I'm terrible at jokes. If you've got any good jokes, send them in, email them to your teachers or to me, but do things like that. This one's interesting. Send an inspirational quote to a friend. Now, what that means is if you can think of something lovely to say, and you know it will make them feel good, then do it. I've done it a couple of times when I've sent emails out to staff. I just find a nice little phrase that will just finish off the email nicely. So you could do that. So there's lots and lots and lots of things on here. So find that sheet on the website. I will put these details up on the website, and then you can have a go at all of them. You know, even little things like making a drink for somebody at home. Everybody's busy. You're either home learning, or your parents are trying to do home learning with you, and they're possibly trying to work as well, and making sure there's food in the cupboard and the clothes are clean and the house is tidy. Do you know what? Just get somebody a drink. If you are old enough and you can, make them a cup of tea if they like that. Otherwise, just a nice cold drink, and just give them that drink and say, just thought you might need this, a bit of fuel, a bit of energy. To do all sorts of things like that. Spend time with your family. That's so important. We talk about that so much. Now, my family, yesterday, we all watched a film together in the evening. And then when it finished, I turned the TV off. And before they all scurried off to their own rooms or to do their own thing, I said, right, time for a check-in chat. Well, they all looked at me and they were like, okay, what's going on? What's Mum talking about? Check-in chat. This is a new thing I've introduced in my family, where we just all sit down. There's no TV on, there's no phones, there's no radio. We just spend 5 or 10 minutes checking in with each other. How are we doing? Everybody feeling okay? Anybody had a rotten time today about something? We have that check-in, and it's so important. And I find it important to say to my family as well, oh, actually, I had to do some work today and I found that quite difficult. Or, no, I've had a really good day. Whatever you're going through, have that check-in chat. It's so, so, so important. Now, our theme of the week next week would have been helping someone who is feeling sad or lonely. And this just works so well with Mental Health Awareness Week with the theme of kindness. So just when you check in with anybody in your family household, if you notice that they might look a bit sad or they're feeling a bit, just chat to them, see if they're okay, see if there's anything they need doing. How can you help them? And this again is whether you're 3 or 7 or 8 or beyond 50. You can all do this. We can all do this together. So have a think about helping someone who is feeling sad or lonely. Draw them a picture, cheer them up, put it on that fridge, and every time they go to that fridge, it is going to make them smile. Now, the other thing I wanted to say was that I think I promised some laughter yoga. Now, I've had to think about this. I'm going to do it when I'm in school next, so I can do it with some people. Because doing it on my own, it's a bit strange, and I did talk to my family about it. No way. Sadly, they did not want to feature in this little film, so I'm going to do it when I'm next in school. Miss Bennett has already said she's going to do it. Now, what you can do in the meantime is look up laughter yoga. It's something that was developed, well, it started in India in 1995. And it was, I've got this written down here. I need to make sure I've got this right. It was by Dr. Katari, I think his name is, Dr. Katari. Now, he is a medical doctor, and he started to see that when you laugh, your body and your heart start to work quite well together. He's a heart surgeon, and he realized that laughter was actually really good for your well-being and how you feel. So laughter yoga is something you need to look up and be ready to do. We've done it in schools sometimes. When Miss Bennett and I first did it, we honestly thought, what is going on here? Everybody is laughing and we don't really know what we're supposed to do. But actually, when we got into it, it's one of the funniest things I have ever done. And at the end of it, I just felt fabulous. So be ready, because there will be a laughter yoga video on our website. So Lyndhurst, don't forget, go on to Mental Health Awareness Week 2020. Find out all the different activities that you can do. Have a go at some of them. Be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And you will all end up feeling just so wonderful and warm. And it will be a really good week for you. So good luck with that. And I will check in with you probably in a week or so. Bye, Lyndhurst.